Hey there, WellHouse Church. How you doing? Pastor Cullen here. Excited to be back with you for another week of storytelling through the book of Acts. Today I want to talk to you about the idea of economy. If you didn't know, economy is based upon the idea of supply and demand, that there are certain things that have a value based upon whether or not and how the supply of the product matches the demand of the product. So, for instance, right now, because of the catastrophe that's happening between Russia and the Ukraine, oil and gas prices, specifically our gas prices here in America, have skyrocketed. I saw something that the national average is almost $4 a gallon at this point. I saw some videos on Instagram where there are places in the U.S. where it's actually over $4 a gallon. I myself paid $3.89 a gallon the other day. Our economy for oil and gas is at a place because the demand is so much bigger than the supply because of the things going on in Russia and the sanctions, that gas prices are skyrocketing. In the same way, the economy works in every field and industry and product that exists in the world. And there's even an economy in the biblical times. You think about it, people had to buy food, people had to buy land, homes, products, animals. There's an economy of the ancient world. Now that economy definitely looks different than our economy. But at the same point, it's an economy. And what seems to be happening in my mind in the book of Acts as we continue to progress is that there's two battling economies. If you think back, this didn't happen in Luke's gospel, but it did happen in the gospel of Matthew. There's a moment where Jesus is confronted by some Pharisees and he's asked a question about paying taxes. And his famous answer is, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's." Now, if you don't remember the story, there's only three characters on the scene: the Pharisees, Jesus, and the coin that they're asking about paying taxes to. So who in the story bears the image of Caesar, who they're asking about paying taxes to? Well, the coin does. The coin bears the image of the emperor. And so, in the same way, Jesus says, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God's what is God's." What on that mountain, what in that scene belongs to God? If the coin bears the image of Caesar, which is the representation of economy, then the people, humanity, bears the image of God. And so give the money to Caesar, but give the people to God. I think we're seeing a similar thing happen here in the book of Acts. The text says in chapter 4, verse 32, "Now the whole group of those who believed were of one heart and soul, and no one claimed private ownership of any possessions, but everything they owned was held in common." Skipping to verse 34. "There was not a needy person among them, for as many as owned lands or houses sold them and brought the proceeds of what was sold." You see, what's happening is there's an economy in the ancient world. That there's a coin, there's a source of revenue that can be bought and sold in the ancient world, which is according to the Roman government. But these Christians, they show up on scene and they go, "Yeah, we don't need to live according to your economy. Nobody amongst us is going to have any need. We're going to sell our houses and our lands in order to provide for those that have less than. We're going to forfeit your economy for a different economy." Let me skip back to verse 33. With great power, the apostles gave their testimony to the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great grace was upon them all. If you remember back to last year, our Advent series was titled The Gift, because grace is also translated as gift. We have an economy of purchase that exists in the world. One of I have to have in order to get. I must have a coin in order to purchase a good or service from another person. It's the economy of Caesar. That's the economy that the Christian said, I don't care anything about that. I'll sell all of that away and give it to those who have need, because I've got another economy. I've got a great economy that's bound by the idea of a gift. A gift of grace because of the power of the message of the resurrection of Jesus. Great grace was upon them all. You know, we all live in America that attend WellHouse Church in any kind of official capacity. We've got people all over the world, though, that watch and engage in our content. And WellHouse Church, I want to ask you, what economy are we living according to? Now, make no mistake, I'm not suggesting that we can live exclusively according to a divine economy or an earthly economy. I think you probably could. I think it might be stupid to do one or the other. What I'm really more so asking you is, which economy are you tied to? Which economy is the more important? Because even if you are living according to an economy that's rooted in American culture, that's rooted in the stock market, that's rooted in the value of the dollar, that's rooted in the value of your portfolio, perhaps you're missing the point. Maybe there's more value in a divine economy than an earthly one. So, WellHouse Church, I simply want to ask you, which economy are you living and putting your faith in?